All right, what are we doing?
So, this is a story from a while ago of how we met Pepe and released this. It's actually part of our deep cuts. We have a couple boxes left. We met Pepe because I sent him a DM and I'm like, I just tried one of your coffees on day one at SCA. Where are you going to be tomorrow? I need to say hi. And he's like, oh, I'm going to be here. I think we went to, was it Stronghold or a booth he was brewing at with Jose. And then Jose's like, wait, I was at New York Coffee Fest 2023. I met Trav. I met some of the guys from Mod. Like, love your branding, love your stuff. So I was like, Pepe, we need your coffee. Whatever you got. And I'm like,
Slid into his
DMs. And he's like, all right, well, I have this. And we're like, as you know, Modcup likes to push the envelope of flavors. We were like, we need that anaerobic nat. Anaerobic nat.
Okay.
Listen, we love the wash. We love the Tioxy. All these different wash coffees Pepe's had. We've tried a bunch of them. We love them. Pepe also does crazy awesome full-bodied naturals.
Yes.
So let's...
His naturals are good.
Brian, you want to go brew?
Sure.
Let's go brew it.
Let's go and brew.
Let's go brew it.
Okay, but we are here at, well, it's after hours. We're just hanging out at Modcup. Seen videos here. Whoa, you have a decent, you have an X-Blue.
Yeah, well, you look at all the stuff we got.
Got cool stuff. And we're gonna go and brew this Pepe.
Oh, what's up? That's Bryce. It's actually Halloween, so Bryce is a boot. Hold on.
It's Halloween.
Here in New York, in Jersey City. He's a barista. Get it?
Barista. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we have more diversity in these YouTube videos now. We have
I'm Shiv. I'm actually usually the one behind the camera and just like trying to make stuff happen. But I can brew. And Brian's been staying over and we've been brewing some awesome coffee. So why not keep that going? So yeah, look how big these beans are. But you can tell
sidra, the strongest varietal.
The strongest varietal, and it's the wave process, which Pepe explained to us. It's about keeping the cherries in motion, and even when the cherries are depulped, keeping them in motion so the juices inside the cherries are like constantly moving.
Yeah, there is a video that I shot with him that I have not released yet, but
yeah.
It also has to do with something with photon waves.
Yeah.
So
Right.
He lets the sunlight get onto them.
Yeah.
I'm posting this video because this is a Pepe coffee, and as you know, we love Pepe's coffee.
And Jose. We love Jose.
Yeah, we love Jose. We did the collab with Jose for say, but this is Modcup, and we've done a bunch of videos with Modcup. There is a video with Shiv that is somewhere on YouTube.
Check it out.
Or will exist.
Yeah, it's just about the industry, how you get it. Listen, we're coffee geeks, but we're also like business people and trying to understand where it comes from.
Yeah.
One thing I loved when the green came in was just like, look how even sized the beans are. Like, there's not a lot of like different types of beans. Everything looks so consistent. And so we asked Pepe, like, how should we roast it? Definitely go light. And then because we went light with it, the longer that coffee, sidras you expect to be a little bit more floral. Initially, after 2 weeks rest, we were getting juicy and punchy and pineapple-y. 6 weeks later, the florality started coming out. The sidra got way more like complex. And I was like, whoa, Pepe's like, there you go. There you go. I was like, okay.
Hey, and what was this roasted on?
So this was roasted on the Stronghold right there. All of these sort of boutique smaller batch coffees that we do, especially for deep cuts, we love the Stronghold. I think it does an amazing job getting the complexity out of these rare coffees. So I love this coffee. The feedback we got from everyone was like, oh my God, when are you doing other coffees with Pepe? Soon.
The thing with Pepe is that his farm is actually very small in the context of coffee farms, and he only has so much coffee, so he actually has to be very selective on who he sells his green to.
Right. And I was like, Pepe, come on, let's do it. And then I looked at Jose, I'm like, talk to him, please talk to him. So, that was the start of our relationship.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to the new harvest next year, and I know Jose has his farm that he's standing up to, so we're looking forward to getting that up and going as well.
Do you want to know something?
Is it a secret?
It is a semi-secret. So when Robert and I were at that farm,
Ecuador.
he actually, that's when you kind of DM'd him about that time. So he actually asked us, are these people cool? And Pepe literally asked us, what do you think about these guys? Yeah. And we had a positive opinion to provide. So hopefully that played some sort of impact in you getting the greens for this coffee.
whatever it takes. I am gonna grind on this Comandante. I'm gonna go a little finer because we want to push this coffee a little bit. But Brian, why don't you tell us, with a coffee that is an anaerobic natural, how should we brew it? What should the parameters be?
This? Okay, so what I've observed, so the nice thing about Pepe's coffees, or Pepe's anaerobic natural, where you guys might be like, anaerobic natural Pepe, that's not allowed, right? Yes, there is an anaerobic component in this, but even though it is quote unquote processed, it is very clean. Like, we're talking very clean. I actually think you can push these coffees with a lot of the wash coffee profiles, and also this roast profile, very light, stronghold light. You can kind of do a lot.
Yeah, you can.
Like, they're forgiving. It's forgiving in the sense that if you are grinding too fine and you're pushing the coffee, things will generally taste fine. Yeah. They'll taste good, right?
And because you could have bought a tube of this, it's 4+ ounces, or you could have gotten a box, which is 250 grams. So I obviously bought the box. I wanted a lot of it. You know what? I was like, I have room to experiment. I pulled a couple espresso shots with it, and you know the depth of flavor you expect with the natural? That was coming out with this juicy, pineapple-y body undertone. It was absolutely phenomenal. So showed you the range of Pepe's coffee. You can, whatever brew type you prefer, you can get the right flavor profile that you want. So what do you want to do? 1 to 17?
I like 1 to 17. You should brew this.
Okay.
You should brew it. You can try my high agitation recipe. This guy hasn't seen that recipe, or he's getting used to it.
I'm getting used to it, and I've been going crazy with it. So we'll do 15 grams per the BQ recipe. Oh, we lost the bean there. Okay.
I don't know how many clicks on this.
I don't know.
How many clicks are you grinding at, bro?
Yeah, bro. I don't know. You know what I do? I go start at 0. I get it to 18. Then I use one of our house blends. I look at it and I'm like, does this look right? Do I need to go finer or coarser? I'm sorry, this whole clicks thing. Play around with it yourself.
Yeah, and also, depends on brewer, depends on the coffee, all of that.
Yeah, exactly. I think the best thing is still, sure, read the manual. People love the Comandante grinders. Just experiment with it, see what size works, and then honestly, when you find your size, keep it there, and just go back one, click one, reverse or forward, and don't get too fancy with it. Just grind in the coffee.
Just want to enjoy coffee, man.
Exactly. Yeah. Enjoy coffee. I mean, wait till you smell this.
Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah. Super floral, and this is the BQ. Wow, we should have brewed it on the Expo.
No, brew it by
hand brew.
If you brew it on Expo, it's work. It feels like work for me.
Yeah, true. Okay. Some of the notes. So this is what I'm saying, because we cupped it over 3-4 week period. Pineapple, papaya, and then randomly hibiscus, which is a bit tangy, bit floral, and you get that from
papaya, pineapple, hibiscus. Wow. Okay.
And then, of course, if you were roasting on a different roaster other than the Stronghold, maybe you can extract different flavor profiles of this coffee as well. So, yeah, I mean,
what does that smell like?
Smell it.
Oh, wow. That's nice. Actually, very reminiscent of what I was smelling in some of the drying rooms, drying racks at Finca Soledad. So very, you could tell it's a natural. It's got that really, really fruity, juicy profile. That's the thing is once it's gone all the way from producer all the way to here, you're going to lose some of that intensity. But this coffee is definitely smelling like really reminding me of what it was like when I was in that room with Jose and Pepe. So you guys are brewing on origami.
We'll brew origami here. We also have, well, can I show you something funny?
Sure.
No hate. We got this like Serapod,
Serapod,
which is like ceramic, and I don't know what this. We've been trying to brew with it for 2 months, and we actually messaged the business like it just pulled so quickly. We literally went espresso fine, and it was still pulling too quickly. So, still experimenting with that. We've got the OG Kalita.
No,
You want to brew with this?
No, fuck no.
Okay.
Get me out of here.
Get me out of here. Knew that. That's why I asked him. Then we have the AeroPress, but let's go with this. Let's go with this, and let's go with these 60 filters cones. No. Brian can tell you more about all his. He loves filters.
Loves my Cafex.
He's a big filter. He's on a big filter kick right now. Okay. All right. We'll do per Brian's recipe.
What temperature are you brewing? Yeah.
205.
205? Okay. 205's good.
Yeah, and we'll wet this as you normally do. We'll do 3 pours, aggressive pours, and add a lot of agitation to that as well.
Very cool. I don't even need to do my own recipe anymore.
Should we trademark this maybe? I don't know. Maybe we should.
I'm pretty sure my recipe was figured out many years before I even started to brew coffee.
Yeah, Brian copied it from somewhere.
Everything is solved already. No fun allowed.
Okay, nice even bed. Doesn't really matter, but maybe some people it does, and I don't want to offend anyone. Okay, so that. Oh, it's at temp, so let's get started. So we'll do a 60 gram bloom, let it bloom for a minute, but we're gonna pour close to the bed, and we're gonna pour with a pretty heavy hand. Brian, please just stop me as you see.
Nice.
60.
Ooh, smells good.
Smells really good.
And then get in there.
Let's get in there.
Agitate.
Destroy the bed.
But you can see it brings out a lot of that. Look at how dark that is. So that's what helps is the bloom.
And then just.
Oh, smells nice.
It smells so, and it's pungent, but it's like clean still.
Yeah, so you get the intensity.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something Pepe's been trying to chase forever is like, how do I make naturally processed coffee taste like washed coffee?
Yeah.
And, he's done a really great job at getting the naturals and bringing out that intensity, but still very clean.
Yeah. So we're at about a minute. I'm going to do another about 100 grams of water close to the bed and like agitate the coffee pretty sort of aggressively here. It's about 100.
Nice. And look at that flow.
And look at the flow. And one more little swirl just for fun.
I think on origami it helps to do that swirl.
Yeah.
If you're going to be 60, I feel like you maybe don't have to do that second agitation, but yeah.
And about a minute there. Look how quickly it's flowing down. And that's kind of what we want. We want a higher acidic sort of coffee with the lighter body, and then I'm just gonna finish my pour to 255 here.
Like a heavy pouring.
Heavy pouring, the BQ method. And that's what Brian taught me. One swirl and tap.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm gonna send Pepe a photo.
Do this this coffee. Wow, smells great. This is also 5 weeks off roast.
Yeah, 5 weeks off roast. That's what I'm saying. Lighter, a little more floral. You can see how like airy the beans are after 5 weeks as well. I don't want to break one. I don't want to waste it. So we're approaching about 2.5 minutes. Maybe a little quick, but let's try it.
Yeah, I mean, this is an anaerobic natural, it's aged coffee, so it will flow faster. But yeah, this was a coffee that they had on Deep Cuts,
Yeah.
So very excited for this. I had too much coffee, so I passed on it, even though it was a Pepe coffee. But one of the upcoming releases is a cool collaboration between Modcup and yours truly here.
Yours truly there. And it's not, we got it from them, but they've been very nice in telling us more about the coffee. Geisha Village.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm very excited for that coffee. You'll see a lot of videos and content on that, but roasted on the Stronghold. It's just fun to do like these collaborations and showcase all of these shops that I do the videos with, and to be a part of that is in some form is very enjoyable. But yeah, we're just hanging out and brewing coffee.
Brewing coffee, and that's what it's about. Like community, it's about collaboration. How, I don't know, just people got to open up a little bit more, in my opinion. Just like if you're interested in something or a producer, DM them. Like, don't be scared or shy to like talk to them, because there's some like celebrity they work with. Big like Pepe, as popular as his coffees are getting, super humble, super nice, and super accessible and open to a conversation. So, and he loves like hard rock music, which I think Modcup and Pepe have very like similar music tastes. So that was a natural point of like connection. So let's try it. Here, let's do this. Can I show the smell?
Oh,
Can the camera smell it?
no, the camera can't smell it,
Oh,
but
not
it smells
yet.
great. I think it smells great.
Try that. Try that. And one thing I've learned brewing with Brian the last few days: small sips. Coffee cools down. You pour a little bit, coffee will cool down quicker, faster you can drink it. And let this sit, let that cool down, ready for your next sip. And I don't know, something about like the tradition of making coffee and trying it yourself. It's like, when a chef makes food, they always try the first bite, make sure the recipe looks good. I feel like it's kind of a little bit of that, and I love like just having a sip of coffee. So
Here we go.
it smells good.
What are we experiencing?
Honestly, I don't know. It smells like coffee to me, but it smells sweet.
Nice. It smells very clean. There's a lot of red fruit that I smell. Definitely getting a lot of that yellow fruit, like pineapple.
Yeah, and a bit of papaya, and
It lingers at the back.
I used to hate
Oh,
papaya
really?
growing up, but I'm like, if it's nuanced like this and very like elegant.
It's very clean.
Usually, how I've been brewing it is crazy. Like I've been,
How are you brewing it?
yeah,
versus
so I've
this?
been brewing like 50-gram bloom, slow, gentle pours, get maybe some more sweetness out of it. But I don't know, I like this.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
is
very different
acidic.
style.
It's funny because we've been drinking wash coffees and doing high agitation washed. Doing it with the natural is interesting. It's almost like resisting the acidity, but then it's you know what I mean? It's like coming through.
Yeah.
Naturals a lot of the times are like very sweet.
Yeah. See, so because my recipe only likes wash coffee, right? See, no process, no natural allowed.
No flavor.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, definitely, that is that really nice dynamic acidity profile up front. But really, this is the sidra talking and clean processing. The roast on this is good.
Yeah. I'm like, when I first tried this, I was like, it's an anaerobic nat. Like, how does it have such a clean palate? And then we spoke to Pepe, we spoke to Jose, and they were explaining some of the processing. We watched your clips when you were in Ecuador and how carefully and meticulously each coffee cherry is treated almost, it feels like. I mean, it's crazy. And you can tell.
Yeah, I mean, and also what's interesting about this, so personally, I'm not the greatest fan of mega light stronghold roasts. Some of the really, really light stronghold roasts there's like some acidity that you're sacrificing for florality. But I think for a coffee like this, and something I've also observed with stronghold is like it does clean up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So this actually is like, pretty clean, like that sterile, clean profile.
Yeah.
And I think it works really well for a coffee like this. I don't know. I don't know if that's a hot take or anything, but it tastes good, right? And that's what matters. Like I'm pretty sure this coffee would taste good regardless of what roaster you put it in.
And it's crazy that the acidity. I haven't brewed this natural at all that's more acidic than it is like sweet. That's what I mean. It's like resisting the acidity, but it's just so like in your face. I think as it's cooling, there's a sweetness component to it. That yellow fruit sweetness, still tangy, but like the finish is it just sits, it lingers in your in the back of your sort of throat, and like it's almost salivating. Like I'm getting, I don't want to get too descriptive about what I mean by salivating. But it is very salivating drinking this coffee. You want to keep sort of sipping it. Yeah. Real quick.
Sure.
Like I think Modcup, we just don't buy green. We get into like the specifics of like the farm. I know you're not going to be able to read all this, but about the cup, it's like 100 cuppings done with each coffee. About the processing, that's a lot of the conversations we had with Pepe. And then about Finca Soledad, the farm, and Pepe, the, what do we call him? The outdoorsman. He's climbed like a gajillion mountains. Was he the first South American to climb Everest?
Yes.
Which is like...
He did it like when he was in 24 or something, in his 20s.
You know what I was doing at 24? Nah, you don't want to know. It wasn't that. So a lot of recreational activities at 24, not climbing Mount Everest. So yeah, like I think Modcup releasing coffees, it's done with intentionality, especially talking about deep cuts. Like we want to know everything about the farmer. We want to know everything about the farm, what's coming up in the horizon, so we can kind of tee up more and more releases. Because the reaction from our customers, I mean, people were like, where can I get more of this?
Yeah.
So,
well, we're going to do this Gesha Village coffee, which hopefully will taste good.
I think it's going to taste good.
Hopefully people like it.
It was, sometimes to say, doesn't matter if the coffee's super expensive or not. Like, taste won't really matter. In this case, Geisha Village, coffee's pretty expensive. We tried it, and it tastes unbelievable. And it's a Gesha. So, like...
Gesha in Ethiopia. Very
Gesha
cool.
from Ethiopia. Like, birthplace, right? Birthplace. So, we're excited. We're excited about the job. We're excited to be collaborating with this. Yours truly.
Hello.
Yours truly back there. And honestly, what I would love to know, maybe in the comments, or I don't know how people do it, is like, what other rare types of coffees do we want to see in the Deep Cuts program? Or like, what do we want to see us release? I know someone did a pizza flavored coffee or something. HS did, yeah, they did. That's not it, but I'm like, do people want to see that stuff in Deep Cuts, like experimental, super like weird coffees? Would love to know in the comments what else you want to see from Modcup.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we were just brewing coffee.
Yes.
This Pepe this is actually tasting. That is a really nice sidra. Yep. It's very like yellow fruit sidra. It has a lot of the dynamics of sidra. Florality's there, sweetness is there. Nice, clean, stronghold roast. This is fun. Like we are just here at this shop after hours, and it's we're just brewing coffee, right? This is like the fun stuff that you can do when you are friends with coffee roasters. But yeah, we are doing a quick little collab. I think there'll be a bunch of videos that you guys will see in the coming days, but we're going to be doing a collab of a Gesha Village coffee, and it's going to be roasted on the beautiful Stronghold. And it's going to be, not that much of that coffee is around, and it's part of the deep cut stuff, which is really fun because you get like secret access to a coffee and all of that.
With the password.
Oh yeah, with the password. So it's like ultra special.
And maybe you'll get, we have some tote bags that are...
you're going to give away stuff for that?
For members only.
Okay, so maybe for cool people, you'll get some merch and all of that with your Deep Cuts release. But I'll post a video on, and we'll probably do some streams on like what that coffee is and taste it some more and all of that. But I'm just very excited to be doing more fun coffee collabs. Like this is kind of like what I'm trying to do the rest of this year.
We've talked about it a bunch. I think that's one thing maybe that's missing in the coffee community is just openness and collaboration with others. Trav and I've talked about it a bunch. Like he met you in SCA 2 years ago, and he's like, you're like, you guys are dropping too much fire. Like, just slow down, be more intentional about it. And boom, that was an idea born out of a conversation and collaboration. And here we are 2 years later doing a Gesha Village collab with Brian. Like, it's pretty dope.
Very exciting. I mean, I do all this stuff for fun, right? Like when you guys get these coffees from the collabs, right? Like I don't get any of the dollars, all of that. I want all of that to support all these roasters that we did videos with.
When all these expensive coffees are bought, I don't want to get into the business side of it. But the margins aren't.
They're not strong. Welcome to coffee.
They're not. It's more about just the passion behind the business and behind coffee.
Yes.
So
very excited. Okay,
very excited.
Well, thanks for watching. We're just hanging out with Shiv, brewing some coffee.
I had Jollibees for the first time today, thanks to Brian.
Yeah. See, Jollibees is an S-tier fast food establishment.
Baby.
Okay. All right. Goodbye.
Peace.